A bird just tried to get into there. Molly, do your job. I want the window open, but you got to protect me from the birds. She's interested. Hey everybody, welcome into Folklore and Flourish. Today is April 14th. You are here with Jane over at Blue Box 29. Molly is a little upset right now, so she's behind the camera. She's currently sitting right there. So the pressure is on today. The theme for the flicker is momentary magic. So today we're going to see just the limited amount of time that we have to behold magic and the otherworldly beings playing around in our natural world. We're going to view that through 4 stories as usual today, and it's going to be through Japanese, Irish, Mexican, and Finnish folklore today. So enjoy these 4 stories, and the final day of week 2, the other realm with the flicker. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to honor the cultures behind the stories we are about to explore. The tales shared here come from many peoples, lands, and traditions. I do not change these stories to fit modern expectations or to align with today's social standards. Instead, I present them as they were told, sometimes beautiful, sometimes harsh, sometimes challenging. We are not here to judge the past, but to understand it, to listen, to learn, and to honor the ancestors who carried these stories forward. We also share stories from various religious traditions. These are presented in their historical and spiritual context, with respect for their beliefs that they represent. Every culture deserves respect, context, and acknowledgement, and this space is dedicated to doing exactly that. Story 1, The Firefly Souls, the Lanterns of Returning Spirits. Within the folkloric and spiritual traditions of Japan, the gentle glow of fireflies, known Hotaru, has long been understood as more than a natural phenomenon, embodying the belief that fleeting lights in the darkness serve as vessels for memory, longing, and the presence of returning spirits. And in both Shinto and Buddhist cultural contexts, these delicate insects are often associated with the souls of the departed, particularly those who died with deep emotion, whether love, sorrow, or unfulfilled devotion, transforming their brief illumination into a poignant symbol of the transient yet meaningful nature of life. One of the most enduring legends connects fireflies to the spirits of the Heike warriors who perished during the Genpei War in 1180 to 1185 CE, a conflict that profoundly shaped Japanese history and cultural memory. According to tradition, these fallen samurai return each summer as shimmering lights drifting above rivers and fields, their flickering presence serving as both remembrance and reconciliation, echoing the poetic sensibility of Mano no Awara, the gentle awareness of impermanence that permeates Japanese aesthetics and philosophy. Fireflies are also closely associated with themes of love and reunion, appearing in classic literature such as The Tale of Genji, where their ephemeral glow mirrors the delicate and often fleeting nature of human relationships. And in regional folklore, they are sometimes believed to be the spirits of lovers seeking one another across the boundary between worlds. Seasonal celebrations known as Hotaru, Matsuri, or Firefly festivals invite communities to gather in quiet reverence along riverbanks and forest edges, honoring the brief yet radiant display as a sacred moment of connection between the living and the unseen, reinforcing the understanding that wonder does not reside in permanence, but in presence. Symbolically, the firefly embodies transformation and memory, its light appearing only for a short time before fading back into darkness, reminding observers that beauty is intensified by its transience, and that the most meaningful experiences are often those that cannot be held or possessed. This belief aligns seamlessly with the broader theme that momentary magic is not accidental, but intentional, designed to awaken awareness and gratitude within the human heart. And the firefly's silent illumination encourages mindfulness, inviting individuals to witness rather than capture the fleeting miracles that surround them. Ultimately, the story of Hotaru reveals that the natural world serves as a gentle bridge between realms, where even the smallest flicker of light can carry profound spiritual significance, guiding individuals toward an appreciation of life's delicate rhythms and affirming the lessons that wonder is brief by design, yet its impact endures within memory and emotion long after the light has faded. Story 2, Leprechaun Gold, the treasure that refuses to be held. Within the rich tapestry of Irish folklore, the leprechaun stands as one of the most recognizable yet symbolically profound figures, embodying the elusive nature of fortune and the fleeting quality of wonder. And these solitary fey beings are traditionally depicted as small, bearded cobblers who dwell at the edges of the human world, guarding hidden pots of gold said to be buried at the end of the rainbow, a location that itself symbolizes the impossibility of possession and the ever-shifting boundary between reality and enchantment. Rooted in the Gaelic term Leprechaun, meaning small-bodied fellow, the leprechaun is part of a broader Ishi, a supernatural race believed to inhabit the hollow hills and ancient landscapes of Ireland, existing in a liminal space where time and material certainty behave differently from the human realm. According to traditional tales, a person who captures a leprechaun may compel him to reveal the location of his treasure, yet these encounters almost invariably end in illusion or loss, as the fey creature employs cunning and distraction to escape, leaving the seeker with nothing but the realization that the pursuit of wealth can obscure the true magic of the moment. One frequently recounted story tells of a farmer who successfully forced a leprechaun to mark the spot of the buried gold beneath a solitary ragwort plant. However, when the farmer returned with the shovel after briefly leaving to retrieve tools, he discovered that every ragwort in the field had been tied with identical ribbon, rendering the original marker indistinguishable and illustrating the futility of attempting to claim what belongs to the realm of enchantment. Such narratives emphasize that leprechaun gold is not intended to be possessed, but rather serves as a symbolic reminder of the transient nature of fortune and the importance of presence over acquisition. The rainbow itself, often associated with the treasure, reinforces this message, as its beauty can be witnessed but never physically reached, embodying the idea that wonder exists to inspire awe rather than ownership. Leprechauns are also linked to the rhythmic tapping of a cobbler's hammer, a sound believed to guide listeners toward hidden magic. Yet those who follow it too eagerly often find themselves lost in the shifting boundaries between the human and fey worlds, further underscoring the theme that enchantment resists capture. Through these enduring tales, Irish folklore conveys a deeper philosophical insight that the most meaningful experiences are those that cannot be held or controlled, that the pursuit of material gain may cause individuals to overlook the subtle miracles already present in their lives. Ultimately, the legend of the leprechaun and his vanishing gold reveals the magic is designed to be momentary, inviting appreciation rather than possession. And by embracing this understanding, individuals are encouraged to cultivate gratitude for the fleeting wonders that illuminate their journeys, reinforcing the lesson that wonder is brief by design and that its true value lies in the awareness it awakens within the human spirit. Story 3, Butterflies of the Dead, Messengers of Returning Souls. Within the rich spiritual traditions of Mexico, the arrival of monarch butterflies, known as monarca, is deeply intertwined with beliefs surrounding Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, a sacred time when the boundaries between the living and the departed are believed to gently dissolve, allowing ancestral spirits to return and visit their loved ones. Each year, as the vibrant orange and black butterflies complete their remarkable migration from North America to the highlands of central Mexico, their arrival coincides with the early days of November, a synchronicity that has been interpreted by indigenous communities, particularly the Pure Pecha and Nawa peoples, as a sign that the souls of the deceased are returning home. This belief transforms the butterflies into living messengers between worlds, their delicate wings symbolizing the ephemeral nature of life and the enduring continuity of memory and spirit. In pre-Hispanic cosmology, the soul's journey after death was understood as a passage through various realms, and the cyclical return of the monarch butterflies came to embody this spiritual migration, reinforcing the idea that death is not an end but a transition within an ongoing cycle of existence. During Dia de los Muertos, families construct ofrendas, or altars adorned with marigolds, cempasúchil, candles, photographs, and offerings of food and personal items, all intended to guide and welcome the returning spirits. And the presence of butterflies hovering near these altars is often regarded as a tangible affirmation of ancestral visitation. The symbolism of the monarch butterfly is further enriched by its extraordinary metamorphosis, from caterpillar to chrysalis to winged being, which mirrors the transformation of the human soul and underscores themes of renewal, continuity, and spiritual ascent. Spanish colonial influences later intertwined with indigenous beliefs, integrating Catholic observances such as All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. Yet the enduring image of the butterfly as a soul carrier remains a powerful testament to the resilience of indigenous cosmology. The fleeting presence of the butterflies, lingering only briefly before continuing their journey, reinforces the lesson that moments of reunion and wonder are inherently transient, inviting individuals to treasure these encounters without attempting to hold on to them. Their silent, graceful flight through fields of marigolds and candlelit cemeteries evokes a profound sense of connection between generations, reminding the living that love and memory transcend physical boundaries. Ultimately, the legend of the butterflies of the dead reveals the magic, often manifests in the most delicate and temporary forms, encouraging an appreciation of life's impermanence and affirming that the bonds between the living and the departed endure beyond the limits of time, perfectly embodying the theme that wonder is brief by design and that its true significance lies in the emotional and spiritual resonance it leaves behind. Story 4, Revontulet, the foxfires of the northern sky. Within the mythological traditions of Finland, the luminous phenomenon known as Revontulet, meaning foxfires, embodies a belief that moments of wonder are intentionally fleeting, designed to inspire reverence rather than possession. And according to ancient Finnish folklore, particularly among the Sami, the Finnish peoples of the Arctic regions, the northern lights are created by a mystical Arctic fox called Tuli Kettu, which runs swiftly across the snow-covered fells of the northern landscape, its great bushy tail sweeping across the crystalline snow and sending sparks of light into the night sky where they ignite into waves of shimmering color. This poetic imagery transforms the aurora borealis from a purely natural phenomenon into a living expression of movement and sacred presence within the heavens, reinforcing the understanding that the sky is animated by forces that reveal themselves only briefly to those who witness them. The lights, constantly shifting and never lingering in one place, symbolize the transient nature of magic, emphasizing that their beauty lies not in permanence, but in the fleeting experience of their appearance, inviting observers to engage with wonder through presence rather than possession. Beyond this widely cherished legend, the Northern Lights held deep spiritual significance for the Sami, who regarded them with reverence and caution, often interpreting them as manifestations of ancestral spirits or powerful celestial energies. And it was customary to behave respectfully beneath their glow by speaking softly and avoiding gestures that might be perceived as mocking or disruptive, as the lights were believed to respond to human behavior, drawing near or retreating depending on the level of respect shown. In some traditions, the aurora was also associated with messages from the spirit world, guiding hunters and travelers or signaling moments of transition between realms, further reinforcing the idea that fleeting natural phenomena carry profound meaning within cultural cosmologies. The term Revontulet itself reflects the intimate relationship between landscape and myth, illustrating how the environment shapes spiritual interpretation and cultural identity. And the enduring presence of this legend within Finnish folklore highlights the human desire to understand and honor the ephemeral manifestations of the natural world. Symbolically, the fox serves as a liminal creature, moving between wilderness and mystery, embodying agility, intuition, and the spark of transformation. While the celestial lights it creates reminds observers that moments of awe are not meant to be captured or controlled, but experienced with humility and gratitude. Ultimately, the story of Revontulet reveals that magic often appears in the briefest flashes, illuminating the sky only long enough to awaken wonder before fading once more into darkness. And through this understanding, the northern lights become a testament to the lesson that wonder is brief by design, encouraging individuals to cherish the present moment and recognize that the most meaningful experiences are those that cannot be held, only remembered. Hey everybody, welcome back into Folklore and Flourish. Hope you enjoyed those 4 stories. Anyways, welcome back in. We are on the final day of week 2, the other realm, so we'll get a recap of what April is all about tomorrow. But today we are ending our week 2 with the flicker. So our theme was momentary magic, and our lesson is that wonder is brief by design. So wonder is brief by design. The very first one we see is the Japanese story about firefly souls. So this story was a beautiful just depiction of those lights coming up from the earth, those souls rising from the earth and interacting with us and going into the sky. I don't think I've ever thought of fireflies and have paid attention to, oh, they come up and then they went back down. I think it's just the enjoyment of the lights rising, being around us, and then fading off. They don't actually go back down. And that's why this story of the Japanese souls being the embodiment of those lives is beautiful. The cultural significance is that Fireflies symbolize the souls of the departed, the fleeting nature of life, and the emotional resonance of memory, embodying the ascetic principle, mano no aware, and the sacred beauty of impermanence. So, exactly what we just said, it's not so much as watching every single aspect of it, but that life force, that bright light. It's beautiful in the time that it did shimmer. It's not about making it stay forever, because once we hold on to something forever and keep it trapped, it loses its beauty. It kind of dies away. Its light dies away. But when we learn to just embrace it, like these fireflies rising, of course, in the daylight, they're not showing, and it may just be in a little bit at night, but we get to enjoy them while we can. And the important note for that one is that the most meaningful moments often shine only briefly. By witnessing them fully, we allow their light to endure within us. So, again, not holding on to a mirror, wanting to live forever, but acknowledging it, loving it, appreciating it while it was there, and then having that memory live on with us. And then one day our light will shine and someone will carry that memory with them. Story 2, we jump into Irish legend of leprechaun gold. So the treasure that refuses to be held. So this is another idea. I was always raised to believe that at the end of every rainbow, there was a pot of gold. So whenever we saw the rainbow, yeah, we always wanted to go there. We wanted to see it. But no matter how much closer we thought we got, it seemed like the rainbow was always in the distance. It wasn't something we could actually get to, or physically see the colors hit this black cauldron of gold. But that's kind of the point, is this legend gives us something to chase. It's the adventure. It's the having the destination, but never fully being able to reach it, but always seeing signs of it, seeing those reminders that magic is still alive and it's still around. And I mean, yes, there's a way to scientifically prove what rainbows are and the reflection and all of that. That's magic all across all these cultures and everything, because even though it is a scientific explanation, the reflection of rainbows, it is magical. It is magical to have light reflect just perfect enough that it would give us that. And that even when I change my direction and I'm going for it, I still see it in the distance. I turn and it's still there, but it's just can never really be captured. And the cultural significance for this one is that leprechauns symbolize the elusive nature of fortune and the liminal boundary between the human and fey realms, reminding observers that magic and wonder cannot be possessed. And then the important note for this one is that true treasure lies not in what can be captured, but in the fleeting moments of wonder that invite us to simply witness and appreciate their presence. Again, never actually being able to catch it, but knowing it's there, seeing it, wanting to, of course. Story 3, the butterflies of the dead. So the messengers, this is in the Day of the Dead down in Mexico. Major emphasis is the monarch butterflies and the migration and how the souls are kind of dancing. It's more than just the beauty and the color, you know, in the butterflies themselves, but their physical transformation throughout life. So all that they go through and how it was after that cocoon where they fully blossomed and they're now spirits, they're now dancing with the energy and the flow of all things. And that's where they get to come back to their descendants and interact with them, get appreciated by them, be celebrated not only in their continued lifeline going forward or their bloodline going forward, but their continued culture and their remembrance of their people and love and life and all of the beautiful things that come with the symbolism of the butterflies. Now, the monarch butterflies symbolize the returning souls of ancestors during de los Muertos, representing transformation, remembrance, and the enduring connection between the living and the dead. So always connected, always remembered. I think that's just, it's beautiful. And then the important note is that even the briefest visits from those we love carry lasting meaning, reminding us that connection transcends the boundaries of time and form. So again, there are things that we just won't ever be able to understand. Wonder is brief. These things are brief, and they also are not always able to put a pin in it, right? Physically, not being able to fully describe it or explain it, and that's the point. Revontulet, the foxfires of the northern sky. I've never heard this story before. I really liked this interpretation of the northern lights. Now a fox would be running through, and that light is catching just perfectly to where it's physically telling a story. So it's taking those northern lights and the spirit realm and the messages, but it is making it personal. Every day is different. Every line is a different story. And it's just beautiful. I could just imagine picturing it every night and seeing the change in direction or seeing something abrupt happen and wondering what happened to the foxfires. But again, this one as well, pay attention because it won't always be there. It's meant to be witnessed by those who are there, those who are watching it, those who live in that magic get to view it, and it's meant to be witnessed by them. So there are messages in the sky, just like wherever you are at today, just like where I'm at today. There are messages to be interpreted, but they don't last a long time. They're brief for a reason. Yeah, and I like to think that maybe some of that is because we overthink everything, right? But the daily thread for today is that fireflies glow as whispers of love returning from beyond. Leprechaun gold vanishes, reminding us that wonder resists possession. Butterflies arrive bearing the memory of those who once walked beside us. Foxfires sweep the heavens, igniting the night with fleeting brilliance. Each flicker reveals magic that cannot be held. Each moment invites reverence rather than ownership. The briefest light often carries the deepest meaning, and what fades from sight remains forever within the heart. So the question I'm going to leave you guys with today is, what magic did I almost miss? So think about a time where you listened to the signs, you saw a message or you interpreted something, or for whatever reason you changed direction based on a feeling or a hunch. What magic was in there that you almost missed? What was it that said, hey, scoot over a little bit, or hey, go this way instead? Think about that. And then today we're going to photograph or sketch something fleeting, releasing it once the moment has passed. So we're going to take something fleeting, enjoy it, picture it, and then when it's gone, it's gone. And then I'm going to leave you with one last thing. I'm not feeling super great today, so I'm kind of just trying to get through it. But I'm going to leave you with practice noticing without needing to capture or keep. So practice noticing things around you without needing to capture or keep it. And with that, today I'm going to go get some medicine and shower. So I'm not feeling great. But I will see you tomorrow when we start off our third week. Week 3 is all about the danger. So I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for joining me today for the Flicker on April 14th.